Pablo Picasso was one of the most significant artists of the 20th century and is widely regarded as a creative genius. During his lifetime, he produced an enormous body of work, including paintings, sculptures, drawings and prints. Picasso's work was in high demand and he received many commissions for public and private works. He always charged high prices for his work, and his paintings and sculptures often sold for millions of dollars. By the time of his death in 1973, Picasso's estate was valued at over $250 million, making him one of the wealthiest artists of all time. So, in this video, we're going to look at how, just like Picasso, you can raise your prices to reflect your true worth and stop offering business-destroying discounts or lowering your prices just to get a sale. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we're looking at Picasso's pricing model to help you apply its principles and make your business more profitable, sustainable and fun. Pablo Picasso was a prolific 20th century Spanish artist who was also a shrewd businessman who knew how to build his brand. He believed that his work was unique and that its value shouldn't be determined by the perception of its worth by others. Instead, he set his prices based on what he felt was a fair reflection of the time, effort, and creative investment he'd put into each piece, and through doing so managed to achieve great wealth and success. Compared to other famous artists such as Vincent van Gogh or Claude Monet, who struggled financially during their lifetimes and only achieved recognition after their deaths, Picasso enjoyed the monetary fruits of his labour while he was still alive. And of course, that's exactly what I want for you too. The story of Picasso's encounter with a woman in Paris is one of the most famous about him, and it offers some valuable insights into his approach to pricing. The story goes that one day Picasso was sitting in a cafe in Paris when a woman approached him and asked him to draw a quick sketch of her. Picasso agreed and he drew a sketch of the woman on a napkin. After he finished the sketch, the woman asked how much she owed him. Picasso replied 5,000 francs. And that was quite a lot of money at the time. And the woman was taken aback and she asked why the sketch was so expensive, considering it only took him a few minutes to draw. Picasso responded, "Madame, it took me my entire life to learn how to draw that in a few minutes." So before we get into how to apply his lessons to your own business, let's look at 3 reasons why, as an expert whose offer revolves around your unique wisdom and experience, you may not be charging what you're worth today. The first is lack of confidence. It's easy to undervalue your skills and expertise, which can stem from a variety of factors, such as imposter syndrome, a fear of rejection, or your level of experience. When you're selling your services, it's important to understand 2 things. First, your thoughts are not visible to others. We all have a tendency to be our own worst critics, and the things we tell ourselves would often be considered downright cruel if we turned around and said the same thing to someone else. Perception is everything, and when we're selling our services, we have to present a strong and confident face to the world. So it's our first and most basic duty to ourselves to deal with our self-sabotaging doubts and fears before we go out there in the world to sell ourselves to others. Identify them, address them, and reframe any negative thoughts on a daily basis if needs be, so they empower you instead. Now, in case you're thinking this is just you that's struggling with this issue, I can assure you this is the way all of our crazy human brains are wired. We're constantly threat monitoring because our brains evolved in a more primitive time when we needed to do this. This and our fragile egos are what underpin all that self-doubt, and it really is important to do the work, as it helps us show up as the strongest and most confident version of ourselves. I often find it useful to do a written exercise that starts with the sentence, "If I really admitted it, I'm surprised at what comes out. Words like feel stupid and clueless, I can't do it, I'm too old, I'll never be able to do this, or earn this, or whatever. We women tend to be particularly harsh on ourselves, and men know it. So especially if you're a woman selling to a man, you have to address these thoughts. It's like getting in training for the power and status plays that are designed to put you on the back foot and make you doubt your true worth. I like to use affirmations and declarations, which are statements of identity. Affirmations are statements like, I am smart, talented, and worthy of the success that is coming my way. Declarations are more to do with our choices around our decisions and behavior. For example, I succeed in spite of my critics. I always charge what I'm worth, and so on. Women still tend to take on the bulk of the childcare and domestic responsibilities at home once they have children, while men are out there building their careers. Big generalization, I know, but let's just say this is more common than the other way around. And this means that when children get older and women have more time to dedicate to their businesses or their careers, they do have less to show for it. But never let that make you feel your value is worth less. You are just different, that's all. And the fact you spent all that time and those years investing in things other than what you're doing right now makes you far more interesting and valuable, not less, to the right people. Same if you've recently left an organization, for example, and you're new to entrepreneurship. You might have a few things to learn about running a business, but that doesn't mean that all those skills and all that wisdom that you accumulated for many years is not worth a lot. People buy people in service-based industries. You are highly valuable to the right people, while worthless to the wrong ones, and they don't matter anyway. The second reason you may not be charging what you're worth is that you struggle to communicate your value. If you're struggling to explain the benefits of your service in a way that resonates with your clients, this will lead to a lack of understanding of the value of your service and a reluctance to pay the premium price you want to charge. To overcome this challenge, you'll need to develop strong communication skills so that you can describe the benefits of your service in a clear, concise, and compelling way. You also need to be able to demonstrate how your expertise and experience is relevant to your clients' needs and show how your services have helped other clients achieve their goals. And this is called social proof, and it's very influential in terms of persuading your clients of your worth. Now, if you don't currently have clients or case studies because you've launched a brand new product or service, for example, you can then reference how services like yours have helped other people or businesses succeed. Research any statistics or data that could be helpful. And remember, even testimonials about your character, ethics, and approach are helpful, as this gives a very positive impression of you. Communicating your value also requires that you differentiate yourself from your rivals. Many businesses offer similar services, and it can be very challenging to stand out and communicate your difference in today's crowded global online marketplace. So you need to focus on developing a unique selling proposition or USP that sets you apart from your competitors. Identify your strengths and specific area of expertise and position yourself in a clearly defined niche within that. My Ideal Client Success Program and Messaging Waterfall resources help experts who sell their own services become superstars at communicating and delivering their value. And if you'd like some help with this too, make sure you follow more of my content and book a call with myself or a member of our team. The third reason you may not be charging what you're worth is fear. Fear of losing clients, fear of missing out to your rivals, holding an inner belief that if you charge too much, your clients will go elsewhere. And here's what it helps to remember. If you charge too little, you'll get clients that don't value you. If you're getting feedback from prospects that you're too expensive and that's why they're not buying from you, this is purely feedback that tells you one of two things. First, that you are not communicating your value clearly enough, and secondly, that you are offering your services to the wrong people. As long as there is a market out there for what you do, and as long as other people are paying the price you want to charge to get something similar, you can charge the same or more too. Therefore, you may not have a pricing problem, you may have a marketing problem instead, with not enough of the right opportunities in your pipeline. It's important to recognize that not everyone is a good fit for you. You need to focus on attracting the right people who value your services and are willing to pay the price you want for them. And that's the exact outcome I love to help my clients achieve. Now let's look at 5 of Picasso's best lessons on the topic of pricing. The first lesson is to be uncompromising around the quality of your service. Picasso believed that his work was unique and uniquely valuable, and he was unwilling to compromise on the quality of his creations. He knew that his clients wanted his best work, and he charged according to this. In the same way, your clients want the best from you, not a half-assed job that you're just rushing through. When you charge at the right level from the start and clearly explain how this helps your clients get what they want and need, they'll have no reason to object to your price. The second lesson is to banish your fear. Picasso was known for charging premium prices for his work, and he believed that these prices were fair because his work was unique. In the same way, your clients also need to feel they could not get what you offer to the same standard elsewhere. So focus on those differences that give you the edge. Decide what they're worth and just commit to the premium price that reflects that. Feel the fear and do it anyway, as they say. The third lesson is to focus on the perception of your value. When you're marketing your services, always remember that you're putting on a show and perception counts. Picasso understood that the perceived value of his work was just as important as its actual value, and he created an aura of exclusivity around his work, and because of this, his clients were proud to pay a premium for the privilege of owning one of his pieces. In the same way, you should do things that elevate, separate, and create a perception of that premium value in the minds of your ideal prospects. The fourth lesson is to offer different levels of service. Picasso understood that not everyone could afford to buy one of his original paintings, so he created different products such as lithographs and prints that were cheaper and easier for him to produce, but that were still of the same high quality as his paintings. Think about how restaurants price their menus. You can have the set menu or you can have a la carte. You can choose the 2 courses or the 3. You can have the house wine or the vintage champagne. When you provide options for those who may not be able to afford your premium prices, even when they're easily justified, you'll attract a broader range of clients and increase your revenue. The fifth lesson is to be confident in your pricing. Picasso was confident in his pricing, and he was unwilling to negotiate on the price of his work. He believed that his work was unique, and he was confident that it was worth that price that he was asking. Now, confidence is a mindset issue, so make sure you practice those affirmations and declarations if you're short on confidence. Remind yourself you are a money magnet and worthy of those prices you want to charge, and tell yourself every day that if others achieve those prices, so can you. Thanks for watching, and I hope this video was helpful to you. If you've raised your prices recently and started charging what you're worth, why not share your experience in the comments below? On the other hand, if you feel you need to do this, I hope this video was helpful in terms of putting you on track for success. Don't forget to reach out to us if you need help to improve the perception of your value and communicate your difference with clarity and confidence. And as always, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to our channel for more tips and advice on how to succeed as an expert who sells their own services. I look forward to seeing you again soon.